Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are having a beautiful day. Um, I want to come here and make a final reaction for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I told you guys that we were gonna see each other on Sunday. Because it was the race today, this morning. I know I didn't do a video right away after the race. It may not be successful, but it is what it is. I just was so busy. I just was not able to shoot any video or record anything. I was just, I had to watch the race, obviously, and I couldn't make a reaction because me, when I personally watch a race, I always have to be fully focused. And today's race was just, oh man, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful race for many, many teams. There was a few heartbreaks, but so far overall, it was really a beautiful race. So this is what I'm going to be talking about. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about more about Ferrari because um, that's my area of concern. I'm a loyal tifosi, so that's where my concern will always be. I'm always going to be talking about Ferrari 24/7. If you know me, you know I love Ferrari from the bottom of my heart, you know? So here it is, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2022. Um, there was very two type of emotions really running through everybody, for not just Ferrari fans like us, but also for all the Formula One fans across all of the teams. It was just a lot of hypeness because there were just so many statistics and championship to be decided in this race, but there was um, also sadness as well because we have four pilots who will not be on the grid next year. So it was just there was no in between. There was no, oh, we're frustrated, like forget about it. Like frustration, it's something that was just not there today because it was just such a special race today. um I don't even know where to start from, to be honest. Like overall, like the race, like I said in the beginning of this video, it was beautiful. Like from the first lap, when the lights went out and it was time to race, till the very end, it was just beautiful racing. Like every single pilot gave their all, and I want no crucifixion for my guy Nicholas Latifi. I know he has bad performances, but come on, like you have to give it to him. At the end of the day, he's a pilot and he made it to Formula One. It's difficult, even though I know a lot of people might come with the paid driver, but to be able to stay and remain in Formula One, it's a difficult job, right? And if he, okay, for example, if he was a paid driver, yeah, um, to maintain, if he was that bad, they would have kicked him out right away, right? Like they would have terminated his contract and they would like replace him with a younger pilot. But he was just good enough to stay for, for at least three seasons. So to stay in the F1, it's really difficult. You have 20 of the best pilots in the world. So, with the exception of the paid drivers, but I still don't believe in that term because drivers still work really, really hard to stay in the Formula One, which everybody knows it's an intense sport. Maybe one of the most intense sports in the world. Any sports that includes motor racing knows how this industry, it's really, really intense. It's a really intense sport. And your place is never secured. It's never guaranteed. So it's everybody has to be a little selfish in their career so they can be able to achieve a great career in this business, in this sport. It's a really intense sport, but I think every Formula One fans or any Formula knows that it's a really intense and difficult sport. But regardless, that's not my concern. I was just talking about just basically I have to make on my point for Mr. Latifi and just defend him a little bit, even though I know he's always P20, which, except today, he did finish, I think, around P18, P17 because of a few um, did not finish, and it was just a bit of luck, but he was still basically last. Ah, for Ferrari, I mean, I know I may not have passion right now because it's almost my time to sleep, and I'm maybe a little tired, but if you saw me in the morning, I was so excited for this race. Like, you guys have no idea how excited I was for this race. Like, I could not sleep. Like, I was like, you know what? First of all, I was excited for Mr. Charles Leclerc and Mr. Carlos Sainz, but just I couldn't miss the last race of Sebastian Vettel, you know? Um, so much histories. I had to wake up. I had to watch the race. Like, I couldn't miss it. A legendary driver. I had to keep that memory for forever. So I was up very early in the morning. Um, put the race on. It was really heart wrenching. Like, there was a few laps where I was just I couldn't breathe. Like, literally, like, I'm just saying in an expression way. Like, obviously I could breathe, but just like it just felt like I couldn't breathe because I was just it was so heart wrenching, especially for all the Ferrari fans. Oh man, Checo Perez did put a very beautiful race against us, and fucking hell, like, Charles Leclerc is a beauty. Like, oh my days, oh my days. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have the proper words. Like this, he defended so well and he put it his all. Like, Checo Perez had younger tires. Like, he had more fresh rubber, and like there was like maybe 3-4 laps remaining, and Checo Perez just kept gaining and gaining and gaining until the checker flag came in, and I think like the gap was like maybe roughly 1.3 seconds. It was like literally Charles Leclerc was literally like he literally had his tires were basically 35 laps old. So he literally I came on a two pit stop. So it was absolutely insane. Don't get me wrong, Carlos Sainz also put on a beautiful, beautiful um race, coming in at P4. But Charles Leclerc for me today, he just certified himself basically. I think that's the best word I could describe him. It's just validation, and he's a young talent. I mean, for me, I know it's going to be a very hot take, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, you're a Ferrari fan, or you're this, or you're being too one-sided." It's so damn obvious you're gonna say that, but I'm gonna say it regardless because I always speak my mind. Charles Leclerc is much more talented and is way better in terms of driving. He's much much better than Max Verstappen, and I will do another even hotter take. I think Checo Perez is better than Max Verstappen. I know I'm gonna upset a lot of people. I know Verstappen fans may come at me and be like, "Yo, you're bullshitting. Like, you don't know anything you're talking about. You're a fake fan. Blah 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 blah." I know I'm gonna have to answer a lot of criticism if this video has great success, obviously. But I have to say, like, I've seen like the few performances. I know Max Verstappen has been dominating, but the thing is, like, a little hot take is just that I feel like his car has been carrying Max Verstappen for a bit. Like, his car just has much more pace, and that's just what's really carrying him a little bit. Like, I'm not even saying a lot. I mean, I still think at the end of the day that Max Verstappen is a wonderful, young, fearless driver. I did lost a lot of respect because of the whole Checo Perez situation with him being so selfish, and I still did not forgive him for that. But I still do think, as being neutral and always want peace as a whole, I think like Max Verstappen is still a very, very good driver. He's still, very, very talented, but I hate his ego. I just hate it. Like, I know he tries his best, but he just hasn't matured. I'm sorry for that. But regardless, that's not my concern. My concern is just talking about the race, and I'll finish this video very quickly just by saying how proud I am with the results. Finished the year so strong with the P2 and a P4 by Carlos Sainz. Just magical, magical. Like, I think that's the best way I could say it. Like, I'm just so proud of these boys. Like, they gave it their all. Like, their all. Like, coming in, I was very nervous. I was like, Ferrari has been choking a lot of the races these days, like for the last few races. We have seen a lot of ups and downs, so I was really nervous and I just didn't know what to expect, right? Like, we had a lot of heartbreaks this season, so I'm just so happy having Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz as a duo. I'm so blessed as a Ferrari fan to have them both on the same team, and just this, what a beautiful fucking race. Like from what I've seen, I was so bumped up. Like, I know I may seem like a little tired because I am very exhausted, but like at that time when I was watching the race, oh my days, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal by Charles Leclerc. Just, I think for us, I think easily it was our best race of the season. Like, I had so much fun as a Ferrari fan to watch this beautiful race, and we finished it beautifully. It really, like, I had set a bar, and it really surpassed my expectations, like, by far, by a huge margin. Like, I had like a very medium expectation, and really it went over the board. It was in the high elite expectations. I was just I It really blew my mind. Like, I was just so proud of these boys. So I keep saying I'm proud because I truly am. But that's truly what I have to say. I'm sorry for this very long video, but I'm just a little disappointed I can't really show my emotions that much because I'm a really passionate person. Um, but at that time, like when I was watching the race, I keep repeating it. But so the third time I said it, but just it, like, I was literally like saying, "Come on, Leclerc, push it, push it, push it, put." Like, I was like, I kept screaming and screaming, and like I was like, like Perez just was on his tail. Like, Perez just kept coming and coming and coming after Leclerc, and the gap was just becoming smaller and smaller, and the laps were just getting um like around like the ending of the race as well, and the checkered flag was not very far either. So it was just like, it was so nerve-wracking. So that's really just it. I'm really proud of the boys. Ferrari put a great result, so that's really just my main reaction. Usually my videos, I'll keep them under 10 minutes, but this one, which is beautiful, I had to say it over and over again just for all of my Defoe season, just to tell them how much this brotherhood and sisterhood of Tifosis are all together, and we're extremely proud of our boys. So take care, everybody, and I see you very soon. So take care and peace out, everybody.